Hi, Batty here. This is my first post, well, my first video post for the Spectrum Cafe, and I'm very nervous and I'm not very good at videos, so please bear with me. What I want to talk about is a study that information about has just been released about harassment of gay, lesbian, bisexual and transgender people in the state of Queensland, Australia. And it raises quite a few issues, not just with the results of the study, but of course the way it's being reported and will probably go on to be reported. I'll put a link to the article about the study at the end, the comments at the end of this. But just to begin with, the ABC, that's Australian Broadcasting Corporation, article about it comes under the headline, "Majority of harassed gays suffer in silence." Well, that's true, according to what the study says, but gays are not the majority of those suffering, according to the study. Now, believe me, as how the majority of gay people are suffering, according to this. Received verbal abuse, 76% of gay males. Physical assault without a weapon, 32% of gay males. Physical attack with a weapon, knife, bottle or stone, 12% of gay males. But let's look at some of the other categories they have listed here. Received verbal abuse. Now, males, now they categorize it just as males. Believe me, a lot of people are going to be upset with the way this is set out, but okay, 76% compared to 55% transgender female to male, 69% of females, 92% transgender male to female. So 76, 92. As verbal abuse goes, male to female transgender is clearly seriously higher. Next category, physical assault without a weapon. 32% of males, cis males, but they don't use the term cis there. 15% of females. 45% transgender female to male. Now I'm reordering these here. 46% transgender male to female. So there's only 1% difference between male to female and female to male transgender, but the difference between those and cis male and cis female is massive. You add cis female to cis male and you're at about the same degree that either transgender group are being physically assaulted without a weapon. Seriously. Then the next category, physical attack with a weapon, knife, bottle or stone. 12% of males, 6% of females. 38% transgender male to female. 12, 6, 38. Then we have 9% transgender female to male. And then we have 12% other. It doesn't classify what is being counted into the other there. Presumably is a very difficult term to use there. It could cover a wide variety of parts of sex and gender diversity there. Why it is absent from the other categories, I don't know, but it's really significant here. This is being called, as is often the case with our community, a gay thing. It's concentrating on the homosexual part of this. And that's a serious, important point. I mean, 76% of gay males being verbally abused, 69% of gay females being or lesbians being verbally abused, that's really important. But in each of these categories, transgender male to female is higher, often massively higher. That's not okay. None of these are okay, but the focus being on the people who are not the ones suffering the most, who are not the ones most affected here, is also very much not okay. It's important that these things be prioritized or structured in such a way that the people in most need get the most help. The people whose issues are worst are dealt with first, or or more. And I don't say that just because I might fit under that category, depending on how they choose to define it. I say that I personally think that if we were to look at many other issues, intersex would come first and foremost under most of our community's issues. But, I mean, it's really time that priorities, focuses start to go on those in greatest need. That we stop having and allowing people to be brushed under the carpet or set aside or dismissed. Now, it's one of the things that I think the Spectrum Cafe is a really, really, really important thing, and I hope more people will join in trying to build bridges between the different parts of sex and gender diversity across countries and between different viewpoints, so that we can cooperate together, focus on each other's issues, ensure that no one gets left behind, no one gets left out, no one gets dismissed or ignored. I've focused on the largest numbers here and the ones that affect me directly, but the fact that there's only 1% difference in physical assault without a weapon with transgender male to female and transgender female to male is pretty significant from the look of this, particularly when the numbers are far more dissimilar in the other categories. These numbers are horrific. This should be on national headlines, at the front of every newspaper. There should be a minister in the government specifically to deal with these kind of issues, government education campaigns, all the kind of things that happen for other minorities, for other major issues. Not that all of those are handled well, but they're at least handled more. They're at least actually recognised, while our governments, in most aspects and most different levels, have been twiddling their thumbs while people have been hurt, traumatised and killed. That's not good enough.